Time for the grand ball, milady. Wenches first.
Are you gonna be making me walk the plank?
Aye, aye, you sad mutt. But cheer up. In recompense, you'll be meeting the bravest hidalgo who hath hoisted the Jolly Roger. Don Inigo de Maratuñez y Goñón. Captain, the limey's ready.
It's about time, Husky Hound. Shackle him and be off with ye. Despite appearances, ye have the upper hand on me, lad. Being that I conceal neither name, nor rank, nor birthright, while I remain unaware of yours indeed. I want your name and a ship, ye English swab, or I'll slide me sword through your bloody entrails.
Oh, you should have mentioned that. My name is Brucian Barskov, and I hark from York. From its newest boroughs, to be exact.
'Tis a pleasure, Sir Brucian. Now would you be so kind as to explain why you've attempted to board me illustrious galleon on your strange and tiny red and white dinghy with a metal hook in the fashion of a flag?
Board your ship, sir? Vast there, Captain. I merely wish to be press-ganged and become a pirate on your Orion.
Kind gentlemen, allow me to place doubt on your most recent assertion. Ye wouldn't be the first spy sent in from your motherland of heretics. There even be a vessel by the name of Interfector, which the Spanish crown has chartered against my person.
Arr! The Orion could sink that sloop in the splash of a wave. In London, I hear talk that nobody can match the power of Captain Malantuñez and his legendary hidden beacon of Avernus.
Is that so? So tell me, lad, what other talk is there about me in them English pubs?
Arr, a bit of everything. All good, of course. The monks are praying night and day, saying you're a devil fleeing from hellfire. The ladies sigh upon hearing about ye, as though an angel-winged prophet had passed. And their husbands extol the honorable set of horns they'd be wearing, were it Don Inigo de...
Capitan! Unidentified floating object 3 miles from starboard.
By Mephistopheles, it's a UFO. Pardon me lack of decorum, Sir Brescian, but I have a tidal wave of business to attend to. Make yourself at home and be so kind as to await me return, when I shall be more than pleased to hear your news from London.
Yeah, I won't be jumping overboard, don't worry.
Ye, Russian mongrel, guard the door. You'll answer for this prisoner with your worthless life.
Aye, aye, mi capitan.
Well, this is a most unfortunate situation. But at least I managed to board the Orion. If the Interfector's crew obeys my orders, they will besiege the Orion this very afternoon. So I have but a few hours to remove these shackles, find the hidden beacon of Avernus, and take advantage of the turmoil which will ensue when the first cannonballs hit, to abscond in a dinghy, return to the Interfector, and command the sinking of the Orion from there. I'll have to work smartly to finish the job in such a scant workday, so I'd best alight if I don't want to end up in Davy Jones' locker.
Shut your trap, mutt. Aye, I've got him afeared now. Now I can get down to me business with Demon Dog.
A real beauty, but not very sharp. No, I've got a bad case of lumbago, and my physicians have forbidden me from using all bladed weaponry. Well, considering its blade is short and dull, and that someone left it behind on the writing table, I guess I could regard it as a mere letter opener. Into me trousers, then. There 'tis, a fine letter opener, in the shape of a dagger, though. Must weigh half a dram, give or take a feather. It's gonna throw my back out of whack, but I will. I thought it would be made of precious metals, but I guess it's just a piece of souvenir merchant junk. Let's see. The mechanism is simple. 2 iron crescents linked by a moving hinge at one side, and on the other side is a bolt into which Husky Hound has pounded a nail to keep the shackles from opening. The bad part is that it's jammed so far in that it's stuck. If the tip were thinner, maybe I could. It's too wide, though. No, the shackles are too well made for such a thing to work. It looks like it was put there to wound any and all passers-by. She seems to be a prisoner too. With a bit of my fancy talk, maybe she'll help me. Noble lady, allow me to pay you my respects.
Save them for the sharks, Monsieur Buxom. Soon, thou shalt be kissing their keel, with need of their help more than mine.
I doubt the sharks would make a banquet of my squalid flesh, but that is not the reason for my arrival on board. You're as imprisoned as myself here, and perhaps we can seek a manner to achieve safe and sound escape from the Orion together.
Very apropos, Monsieur Buxom. As to our plan?
Well, I am now designing one. Sooner or later I shall have one. But in the meantime, lady...
Camille. Mademoiselle Camille de Le Bouvier.
I doubt Malentunius will throw me overboard. The poor sot is delighted with me.
Believe what thou wilt, but thy bones will be gnawed by a Pacific kraken. They'll be left so clean and white that no maggot will find sustenance upon them.
What if I show him a sad face and cry? That's what I did to get my helmsman's license.
Monsieur Buxom, I know Malentunius too well to expect the slightest shred of humanity on his part. When he grows tired of thy whining, he will send thee to David Jones' locker, and thou wilt be fortunate if he does not torture thee beforehand.
The man will at least allow me the last meal of my choice, won't he?
I wouldn't hold my breath. Years ago, a prisoner requested transalpine dragonfly entrails in a wild capsicum souffle, and because his wishes could not be satisfied, he remains alive to this day. Henceforth, a basic meal has been established for plankwalkers whose sole choice lies in the manner of ingestion. Because the meal consists of spicy swordfish, I recommend the oral method.
I'd wager he'll allow me a last wish before feeding me to the sharks, I do.
And which shall it be? I'm warning thee that I wish not to be thrown to the sharks or any similar act, and that the act performed unto me first be tested on the captain, was abolished by the Tortuga Convention months ago.
Well, that junk sunk my strategy. Hook, line, and sinker. This subject matter is too macabre to discuss with a lady.
Speak for thyself.
What are you doing on board?
Upon mooring at Tortuga Island, where I spent my days learning English by reading old tales of overseas adventures, Malentunius held a contest to press Gang 1 lucky new deckhand, and guess who won?
What type of contest?
It entailed 3 trials of skill: the sword fight of insults, the theft of sundry idols, and the most pressing of all, the search for treasure. The latter required finding a gold doubloon, which I found in the depths of a chocolatl receptacle. Damn the hour in which I spied that coin.
I've never heard of a girl deckhand.
Neither thou, nor I, nor Malentunius, wherefore I took part in the contest in the guise of a haughty lad. I wasn't found out till we reached the high seas, and my neck was spared by dumb luck.
May I ask how your womanhood came to be known on board, if it isn't too meddlesome?
It is, but I shall respond in a manner concordant with proper breeding. Malentunius, whose knowledge of numbers and letters resembles his familiarity with honor and gallantry, had the mind to look for a person to write down his memories, so he called for a scribe from among the crew. I alone claim to know the alphabet, so he demanded I prove my claim.
So how did you save your skin when Malentunius discovered the ruse?
Malentunius touched his mustachio and yelled to his men, "Lady Luck has smiled down on us, ye I sees half-breeds. Do with her as you wish." The crew assembled around me with blood filling their eyes. Well, their eyes and other organs. So, at the last moment, I whipped out a dagger from my boot and...
A bone-chilling tale of pseudo-biblical proportions, milady. But let us confer on other matters. I can't fathom how you managed to change your fate, for I see you moisten the quill and scribble in that book like a true scribe.
The problem, Monsieur Bruchion, was the lack of ink on board, and I refused to follow their suggested procedure, the one whereby drunkards are wont to write their names. Thou must know, it involves great imbibing of grog, and when the bladder's bursting is imminent, removing one's codpiece, aiming and...
Speak no further, milady. I already have a picture in my mind's eye. You put a high price on your honor, then.
An awful fate I avoided, monsieur. So I simply kneeled and carved my name onto the deck with my dagger. When Malantuñez saw my swift quill move, he ordered me to his quarters. And thenceforward I have spent my days here chained up writing the barbaric memoirs he spews about his life and times.
Are you aware of the dark legend told about Malantuñez?
But of course, monsieur. Europe's parlors and the New World's ports abound with fables of Malantuñez's duel with the devil, about his beacon of Avernus, his invincibility, and even his sought-after immortality.
Let's leave the superstitions to the dim Spaniards and talk facts.
True, 'tis that dim-wittedness has found Spanish soil to be fertile, but no more than in your native England or my beloved France.
We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Brechon.
It looks like it was put there to wound any and all passers-by. Yes, the crosses on the handle of the dagger, I mean the letter opener, are curved toward the tip, so perhaps I can use them to pull out the nail. A shame I can't reach it, because it would really be conducive to my escape. Hark, Lady Camille, I doth throw a letter opener towards thee in the form of a dagger.
To what do I owe this honor, monsieur?
Allow me to request that you use the curved handle of the letter opener to release the nail sprouting from the beam behind thee, and then to be so kind as to toss the metal spike towards me straight away.
I fail to comprehend the purpose of such tomfoolery, but I shall appease thee. On me that letter opener.
Take care not to cause a scandal, or the pirate at the door may hear us.
Chance? Alrighty then. A soft blow means yes, a hard blow means no, chance means maybe.
Can you?
I think it's coming loose.
So, Demon Dog, are you gonna let me in someday?
Done. Catch.
No, 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 no. Holy!
Where did it fall?
Next to thy leg.
Wait, are you sure? Yes. Damn!
Stupid cabinet.
Art thou hurt?
Yes, my head. Ow!
Ow? What does ow mean? We never discussed anything about ow.
Bloody nail. Ouch! I appear to have pricked my unmentionables, but it was worthwhile, because now the nail is mine.
I aver that thou art an easy man to make happy, monsieur.
Wait shortly, and you will know of what I am capable with a single nail. Yes, the nail is thin enough to press down the bolt, and I can strike it with the letter opener like a mallet. Let's hope the pirate at the door doesn't hear.
Sharp blow means yes. Chain noise means of course. And ow means with great pleasure, okay? Okay, that means yes. Is there any way you can let me in there?
We'll be yard.
Well said. Perhaps you would like some sort of bribe. Aha! It's nice to know we can do some trading together.
Ow!
With great pleasure, eh?
By Jove, I've smashed my ankle.
I'm really quite pleased about your change in attitude. You wouldn't be lying to me now, would ya?
Free at last.
The Shanes were... Huh? What do you mean, of course?
My guest, then, and set me free as well.
You think you can mock me and get away scot-free? You bloody son of a she-dog! I'm gonna stand by your door and rip your heart out when you exit, you hear me?
As I told you, my duty is to find the beacon of Avernus, return to the Interfector, and sink the Orion.
I am indebted to thee, so I shall help thee. I know that in the diaries which Melantunias has dictated to me, I shall find a clue leading us to the beacon. But we must get ready to flee in case we are found before we take its possession. A dinghy, perhaps?
Dinghy? Wait here. I knew it. Malantunias is your typical cowardly captain, with a dinghy tied up right below his cabin for a quick getaway in case things turn ugly. How different he is from me. I'd never keep one of those. Mark my words. Honest, I swear, on me paltry honor. Well, let's just go inside. Problem solved, milady. Now we need only worry about the hidden beacon of Avernus.
It will be a pleasure, monsieur. I shall immediately begin my reading of Malantunias' diary. In the meantime, thou must search hither and thither to see what can be found.
Yes, after being in the dungeon, I could do with some fresh air.
Ahoy, mangy pooch! Why is it we can't choose our own canine sobriquets?
The captain allowed it once, and he ended up with 20 pirates mired in a fight to be named Sea Dog. Why, the Queen of Spades might be burning up. Pass me the grog.
So what if I go by Seawolf and it's Lou? I fancy Seawolf.
You had the good fortune to be called Lapdog, I'd say. By the Queen of Spades, there's no grog left.
The swindling shopkeeper who sold me it, he said the bottle was magic and the grog automatically refills. But it's empty, I say.
Your shopkeeper's not worth a shilling. There's no grog in here.
Maybe the spell takes a while to grab hold and fill the bottle. You got any more sunflower seeds, mate?
No, they'll make you thirsty. No grog, no sunflower seeds.
Smartly, mate. Drop the bottle. Someone's coming.
Good morning to ye, Rabbit Runt.
Arr, I hate mornings.
It's quite a fine pile of husks marinated in saliva. Yes, a thing like this wouldn't disgust a hardy pirate like me.
Magic bottles. Do me a good deed with your wizardry.
Shiver me timbers, 3 whole sunflower seeds. The windowsill is on the verge of falling off. I'd make too much noise. If it worked with the nail in the cabin, it'll work here too. I'm not surprised the nail came out so easily. The wood's been eaten up by termites. It is surely the captain's beloved pet. Hello, parrot.
Feathered fleabag? Ah!
Hello, feathered fleabag. Where does Malantunias hide the hidden beacon of Avernus? I am really getting a craving for a dish of Peking parrot.
Chicken salad!
Want something to eat, nice birdie?
Be off with you, filthy mutt!
Take a hike, Flatbeak.
Fill me drunk, wench.
Darn. Either this parrot's a moron, or he's pretending to be one.
Brian, idiot.
He's pretending. Yes, my pretty. Eat them up like a dodo. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malantunias is hiding the beacon.
A great Malantunias. Down to hell. from Spain to the East Set Sail. Give me seeds!
Keep your load, touch the wind.
Empire of the rising sun! Give me seeds!
Lord Almighty, I don't have one left.
By the devil's horns!
I don't know if the parrot's intentions were to reveal the location of the beacon of Avernus, but if I don't give him any more seeds, he won't cough up the information. It must be a bit off kilter, because it makes a noise as you spin it round. Every seafarer knows the Earth doesn't really spin. It's the sun that goes flying round it. I can play with this one as I please, though. I'd wager that noise is no good omen. With pleasure. Blustering barnacles. It could have at least been full. Methinks there be a seven-tailed dragon tongue therein, the likes of which you see at exotic shops. Aye, let's see what's inside. Not a thing. All those finely labeled drawers and slots, and there's nothing but certificates, deeds, and parchments of miscellaneous utility. Artificial death certificates, public property destruction request form, certificate for pirates of low moral standing, fake certificates for all types of privateering. None of this is of any use. I always got the willies from these rubbery appendages, but if I must, I could always use it to barter during my voyages. That isn't any old jug. It's a genuine Ming spittoon. That'd be quite amusing indeed. From the dull sound upon landing, it appears Malentunius hasn't cleaned it out for a spell. It's nice and stretchy, like all the fine products which share the Septicata Draconis Lingua brand name. Yes, let's grab the bull by the horns and see what happens.
Avaz, how'd you get free?
Me? Get free? What do you mean?
Weren't you shackled up, Swabby?
As far as I remember, no. And why would they post as despicable a pirate as you to watch me, if they had shackles on me to do the job?
Aye, that makes sense indeed. But it don't matter. Been too long since I killed someone.
Malentunius said he wanted to kill me himself. So if you do it, he'll be mighty upset.
Darn me bad luck, you win. Get back in the cabin, or I'll turn you into a circus attraction.
Aye, aye, if that's what you wish.
Not another word, you sea dog.
By Jove, it's about time I found some use for that slimy appendage.
Captain, Quincrack bit me arm off.
Will it help me in any way? Let us proceed with the experiment.
Oh!
Ouch! That must have hurt. I shall recover the dragon's tongue, so nobody is alerted as to the origin of Russian mongrel's misfortune. It's as... The poor thing is indisposed. You know, I'm glad to have that back. It hurts more than it weighs. I bet Malentunas bought it on sale. Now I know where to blow my nose if needed. The truth is, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on his lean body. How vile! There's water inside, and what's worse is that it's clean! All right, what are those odd marks around the doorknob? What in the seven seas is this deadly device? Holy Toledo! It was only inches from slicing me belly open! That's it.
Yes, indeed.
As our elders used to say, brains are better than brawn. I hope to have done away with that little sword problem. I'll close the door behind me so nobody comes in. So this was the feared demon dog. His size adapts better to me pocket than Russian mongrels, so I think I'll take him captive. I'd love to take possession of his sword, but lumbago is a serious malady. I hereby bestow upon you the right to remain silent as long as I wish, at risk of receiving another blow to the noggin should you open one eye. Holy treasure trove! There's more gold here than in my Uncle Albert's wisdom teeth. Not bad. There's more gold in here than in the lairs of Fafnir, Smog, Drakenstein, Icefire, and Puff the Magic Dragon combined. My reputation as a pirate isn't grand enough to rob another pirate's treasure, but I can't squander the opportunity to grab that nice little antique over there and run. It's the Great Dosiqua, ranked #1 in the last issue of World's Top 10 Idols. Okay, but be very careful.
Whoever you are, I'm telling you to wait your turn behind the white line, for devil's sake. Wait! You're the prisoner!
Congratulate me then, matey.
Ah, you've escaped?
You're the one who shackled me up. Did you think an Englishman like me wouldn't be able to break free?
You're right, by devil. What happened then?
The captain released me and made me a crew member.
Me most swashbuckling congratulations, mate. So what sort of dog are you now?
What?
You know, matey, what canine nickname has our captain decided to christen you with?
All bark and no bite.
Nice choice, by devil. By the way, mine is Husky Hound. What can I help you with, all bark and no bite?
What can you tell me about the hidden beacon of Avernus?
Whatever you like, given that I'm a renowned expert on the topic. Did you know I recently gave a conference at the Symposium for Piracy and Evil Arts at Tortuga University?
How is it you became so knowledgeable about the topic?
Due to me memory and fine reasoning skills, Captain Malentunas soon comprehended that I was the intellectual soul of the Orion. So he sat down and explained everything he knows about the beacon to me, to pass on the knowledge.
Where is the beacon hidden?
Now there you've got me stumped. Such information is secret and useless too, for only Captain Malantuñez can touch it. Any other who, by venture or undue rummaging, might discover its location would have both fingers and hands burned to a crisp upon touching it, and then would be chased by hell-bent hordes till the end of all time, which is quite a long while, I hear.
I think I know enough about the beacon now, Husky Hound.
Do my tales horrify you?
Chatting with ye has been a smashin' pleasure, Husky Hound.
Likewise, all bark and no bite.
Say, Husky Hound.
What can I help you with?
Why are you standing there?
I'm doing me regular duty on the Orion, spitting out certificates to whoever needs one, guarding the dungeon entrance, and giving out the daily ration of grog to all the half-breed dogs on this crew.
What types of certificates do you issue?
No, I don't issue anything, thank me lucky stars. What I do is fill 'em out, spit 'em, and seal 'em. There's all kinds. The minimal hygiene certificate, the one for swine-like traders, the frustrated house husband's merit badge, official certification for eye patches, hooks and peg legs, but most importantly of all, the certificate for pirates of low moral standing.
Is the grog rationed?
Of course, by devil! Didn't they teach you don't drink and navigate at pirate school? Therefore, every member of the crew is entitled to 1 bottle and just 1 bottle per day of fine grog.
Serve me up a frosty mug of grog.
By devil, bring me a bottle and I'll fill her up for you. But first, would you be so kind as to display your certificate for pirates of low moral standing?
You'll simply have to trust me word, because I appear to have left it at home.
Matey, you know we pirates don't trust anyone's word.
I would like 1 certificate for pirates of low moral standing, if that isn't a problem.
Then bring me a form, and it'll be a pleasure for me to fill it out for you, spit it, and seal it. First, you have to pass 3 tests. But that should cause no problem to your despicable excellency. First of all, a pirate worthy of his name must never show any sign of compassion. So you must commit 1 act of extreme cruelty. Secondly, a pirate respects no private property other than his own, for which purpose you must bring me certifiable proof of plundering and pillaging. Thirdly, any pirate with self-respect has to know about the great masters of piracy. So I'll be giving you a little quiz on the history of classical ruffianism.
Let's carry on talking about your work on the boat. Your work is fascinating, but tell me. Chatting with ye has been a smashin' pleasure, Husky Hound.
Likewise, all bark and no bite.
Don't let it hand down the baft.
I don't wanna. It brings back awful memories. Let's read the sign. Deposit useless junk here. I don't know why, but I don't think there's anything useful in here. Napkins, silverware, clean clothes, stuffed dodo, a pirate's brain, a travel sewing kit. Look! A rubber chicken on a pole! But darn, it's missing the batteries. 24.5 gigahertz Pentorium 7 processor. Cotton swabs to clean the ears. A Trantorian spaceship. By Jove, it's a wedge of cheese. A pine-scented nautical air freshener. A watch fork. Nothing interesting here. I'd better not. The water might wake him. Though, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy. If my memory doesn't fail me, Here it is. Maybe the time has come for that bar of soap to help me demonstrate the truth of certain unproven legends in the world of chemistry. I've heard odd tales about what transpires when adding this malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude. Oh, wonder of wonders! Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water, as if it were rabid. I must christen me creation with a name. Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that. Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy, but I do enjoy experiments. Let's try. Keep quiet, you whippersnapper, or I'll swab the deck with you. Unbelievable! The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though he's awake, he's no threat to me anymore. Everyone knows a pirate loses strength if he loses his filth. It's like scalping the dreadlocks off a Barbary pirate. Look here, Husky Hound.
Sink me! What have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil, demon dog, he'll never lift his head from the shame. How could you commit such an evil deed? Are you that ruthless? That cruel? I thought you were more honorable. Congratulations, you've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
Sink me! If that isn't certifiable proof of level 3 plundering and pillaging, then I miss Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Say, Husky Hound.
What can I help you with? All bark and no bite?
Give me a pint of grog.
Like I said, either you show me a certificate for pirates or low morals.
I'd like to take the test in History of Classical Ruffianism.
Let us begin then. Question 1. Who was the ship's cook in the famous crew of the ill-fated Captain Flint?
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain Swallow escape from the island where Captain Barbossa abandoned him for the first time?
By inventing turtle surfing, as everyone knows.
Quite inventive indeed. And to think, some people dare say he was rescued by a boat of rum traffickers completely by chance. Anyway, you must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates Henry Wobblins, Diego El Cojuelo, Jean-David Leclope, and João de Pasoromo did not possess their own ships. So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later. Because it was early in the morning, They had 8.5 days to get back to the port. The problem was that during the ruffian-esque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg and the other leaning upon him. Afterward, one of the 2 would return to Lentil Cove using the wooden leg, then forming a new pair to return to the port, and so on until all 4 could reach the boat's point of arrival. The order they chose was to be of the utmost importance, because some were faster than others. Henry Wobblin stuck a pebble into his boot, because the pain in his sole would increase his speed. And therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the port in just 1/2 of a day. Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of him, he could still reach the port in 1 day. John David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore he would take 2.5 days to make the same journey. João de Passaromo was the world record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance to the port, because after a violent bout of hunger, he'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you. Henry Wobblins took 1/2 a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean David Leclope 2.5, and João de Passaromo 5. They only had 1 wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call at port 8.5 days later. And every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the 2 to get to the port. In that case, which 2 pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Make fast the bunt gasket round the mast, buccaneers.
Hoist the jib!
Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Wobblins.
All told, that makes a total of 1.5 days. Don't get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
João de Passaromo and Jean David Leclope.
All told, that makes a total of 6.5 days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7.5 days. since at that time, the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo, who only needed 1 day to reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 Pirates of Lentil Cove. Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical ruffianism.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
And by me faith, ye passed with flying colors. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
Certificates of... Aye, I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing. There you have it, Husky Hound.
Let's see. You've passed all 3 challenges. The form looks official. Aye, aye. What's your real name?
Brushian Baskov, captain of the just Brushian Baskov, that's all.
The last name starts with B-H...
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O-U-G-H...
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go. Your certificate properly filled in, spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
That's quite a work of art indeed. Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Of course I remember spitting the certificate for you. But don't be asking for more till tomorrow.
I'll get by with this, thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
Aye aye! Now that I possess me swashbuckler new certificate for pirates of low moral standing, I have the guts to do that and more. Let's see what to take. This thing here. Ooh, this too? Not that. Well, okay. This? That over there. Well, I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind. Now you may inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to walk with less weight in me trousers. I can't figure out what it is. I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure. By Jove, it's a funnel. Not very worthy as a piece of treasure, but I could use it as a megaphone for speaking to the crew of the Interfector. good old lapdog thinks it's magic, and that it'll end up filling with grog on its own. No matter how high I jump, I'll never reach it. Okay.
Down in the ship's log. 2 jars of punch and some toilet paper floating down.
I hope it holds. I don't know what that might result in. I don't want to give me grog to a foe, but it may get me a couple of sunflower seeds. Yes, I'll scamper up the windowsill, place the funnel into the bottle, and fill it with grog in a snap.
Listen, Mangy Pooch, ye be right. That magic bottle was a hoax.
Only now ye be realizing it?
Have a care of the Lilaf, me hearties.
By Jove, I have to do something or they'll never pull that bottle up.
You'll learn someday, lapdog.
Hey! Abracadabra!
Just one seed by the ace of clubs. That sounded like magic.
You'll never learn.
Look!
By the deuce of spades!
What did I say? Start serving the sunflower seeds.
By the king of clubs, no! Seeing is believing.
Live and learn, Mangy Pooch.
I believe you, lapdog. I believe you.
No, I already took all the meaty ones. Let's see if there's any luck this time. Good fishing. 5 sunflower seeds. Let's hope he loosens his tongue as required. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malantunas is hiding the beacon.
A great Malantunas. Down the hill. Give me seeds! Left from Spain to the east set trail. Give me seeds! Empire of the rising sun. Give me seeds! Then travel west to Newfoundland. Give me seeds! Then veered east to entry of hell in Greek Isle. And after getting hidden beacon of Avernus, emerged in hindquarters of the world. And give me seeds!
Done? Well, there's no more seeds. I don't know what to make of his muttering, but I'd wager it's a riddle or some sort of cipher.
What a plague! Go home, boozer!
Wasn't Storm Torrens the front? Hey, wasn't Storm Torrens the front?
Holy hempen halter! The orb's a spinning!
The Intervector is attacking!
Man your post, dog.
At last!
under fire! Everyone in position!
I, the great Brescian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have achieved... Holy Toledo! It's ablaze!
Give me your sword, you filthy dog.
Uh-oh.
What in the world? Stop, you traitor! What have you done with the beacon, you English cur?
Tossed it into the tempestuous waters I have.
Tossed into the sea. You'll pay for this.
And you can consider yourself dead, because I, the great Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have managed to put a stop to your unstoppably
Bruchon!
By Satan's horns! Get away from me!
Was it me you wanted?
Are you okay, monsieur?
Milady, never in my life have I felt so pleasantly unburdened, as though a huge weight were taken off my shoulders.
Oh, mon Dieu! Bruchon! Bruchon! Prion! Prion!
Wake up, Brian.
Good day, milady.
You're alive!
Is that not normal?
Considering you fainted inside the galleon and Camille had to pull you up to the surface, it's almost a miracle.
Camille?
Aha! When you went into the stateroom, some furniture fell on you and blocked the entrance. Luckily, I made it in through a side window and got you out.
Gee, thanks a lot, Camille. I owe you one. What about the Trantonite?
I couldn't look for it while you were drowning. I hardly had enough time to push a huge vase off you and rush out.
A vase?
Yes, it looked Chinese or something.
Wait a minute. The Trantonite! Sushi, I'm going down to the galleon.
But
Attention, everyone!
What is that?
I said shut up! Thanks to my 4-digit IQ and this amazing contraption which I myself have invented, I can accurately pinpoint the Trantonite's coordinates out of everywhere in the whole universe! You never guess in a trillion years what it's...
Right underneath us?
Ah! No fair mind reading! Anyway, it's hidden in an unimaginable spot that only a genius like myself could...
In a Ming spittoon?
Ah! Boy, has this kid learned some major telepathy, thanks to me. Boggles the mind, huh?
so now what, Brian?
Hey, we can finish up this business in 2 seconds. We hand the Trantonite over to Alpha, the Trantorians vaporize the bad guys, and we're out of here. I don't know if I have time to prepare the materials.
What materials?
The party materials. Because we have to celebrate, no?
Of course. I'll build a self-slicing 7.5-story cake so we can try out the watchfork.
Hey, those Trantorians have some finger-licking good crackers. You'll see.
Crackers! I love dunking those in orange juice.
Brian, are you okay?
No,
Well, cheer up for the party, cause...
there isn't gonna be any party. Yet. This is just the beginning. Everything we've been through on Mala Island, in the Tiki Temple, and Alaska. It's all just a tiny appetizer compared to the main dish we have coming. To begin with, does anyone know how to get to the lake? Those soldiers are guarding it on every front. And they've even installed security cameras inside and out. We can't get near the Trantorian ship without being caught. And if they see us, a whole regiment armed to the teeth will be there for the welcoming ceremony. If Kordsmeyer wants to finish us all off, he'll do so without flinching. He'll stop at nothing until he can get Pignon to open the amoeba, and then nothing will get between him and the NG-0. And Kordsmeyer's not our only problem. No, that colonel may be psycho, but at least he has his ideals. The one I'm really afraid of is Tarantula. She doesn't believe in anything, which makes her totally unpredictable. Coming face to face with her is like a death sentence. Plus, she hangs out with a gang of mercenary thugs who will have no qualms about slicing and dicing us to make spider food.
You have an ace up your sleeve, though. Your friends on the island. Maybe they can help us.
Maybe, but we don't even know if they're still on Mala Island, or if they've escaped, or, well, I'd rather not think about the other possibilities. And speaking of aces up sleeves, what about Kordsmeyer's? He has a Trantorian, a fifth columnist he calls John Doe, who we know nothing about. But because of his position and technological knowledge, he may be the most dangerous person on the face of the earth. It's too much. I can't take it all, but I can't ask you guys to help me either.
You can count on me, Brian.
And on me, man. All for one and one for all, BB.
Yeah! We'll smash those villains and rescue the girl!
Oh, Gina. Why in the world did we get into that plane? This all seems impossible. Look at me. Look at all of you. Not you, Joshua. Do we have any chance at all of defeating a whole army? None.
You're wrong, my dear friend. There is one.
Professor Simon?
Wait, how did...
You have a new ally on your team now.
Look, everyone, that sounds like an all-new story. A great one indeed. We have to tell it someday. But for now, let the party begin, man.
My last test to make it into intelligence. Getting the cigar box back from Colonel Kordsmeyer. It's an unusual mission that only a soldier with my valor and loyalty could accomplish. Nobody knows what dastardly dangers I might come up against, or how I'll escape from them. But I accept my mission with honor and courage.
Banzai! Sushi! Onegai itashimasu!
What the devil?
Well. We have a visitor. This is starting to get fun.
Kaeru no uta ga kikoete kuru yo. Wa